Hello everyone. So I'm finally here in the ship, as you can see, because of the porthole that is behind. I hope I can show you another day during the day, um, how it looks outside, the sky and the ocean. And right now this video is to talk about the second frame that I want to have in this Wheel of Fortune that I showed you in the first video, of the principles or the things that have helped me the last years to have a more fulfilling life. So the second one is the experience of trust versus fear. And it came because just at the beginning of this adventure, I'm calling it adventure, to come here on the ships again, just before boarding the plane, still in Mexico City, I was having second thoughts about it, like really second thoughts. I was very anxious and very nervous. My hands were sweating, I was worried, and I could feel like in my feet, like I can just turn back and just don't do it. I can just go back home, and I don't need to go through this if I'm so scared, if I'm so insecure, if I have this uncertainty and these fears. Because I was thinking, like, what if something happens when I'm not here? What if somebody dies? What if somebody gets sick? What if somebody has an accident? What if life changes that much? What if I have an accident? What if I get lost? What if I get sick again? Like, during the vacation I was experiencing like pain, discomfort. So what if I'm alone and no friends and no family? And well, no, it was so bad. There was a point that my body felt so stressed. I was like, no, wait. And there was this like second of consciousness, like, hey, this is not happening. Nothing of that is happening. It's just here in your mind. And then I remember how our mind, so many times, it's like a monkey that is not well trained. At least mine is not well trained. And it goes jumping from here to there and to there and to there. And it's like a kid. If you don't stop it, it's just going to keep on passing limits and like more. So you have to like, hey, wait. Stop your thoughts. And then I realized, like, wait, I'm afraid, I'm scared. That's what I have. But I'm scared for anything real. Nothing of these crazy, catastrophic scenarios are happening. None of them. They're just here in my imagination. I mean, if I was writing a book, that would be very useful, but I'm just predicting my life, and I'm scared for nothing. And then I feel like, what's that? That's fear. And three things came to my mind. One really cool experience that I had in Mexico City, no, in Mexico, not Mexico City, in the mountains of Mexico, in San Luis Potosí, a few years ago, that filled me with trust. And I always bring back that feeling, that sensation, in moments of fear. Because we were in the mountains, like 4 hours, and then Gabby and I, we decided to come back riding a couple of horses. We are both from Mexico City, zero experience riding horses, we don't do that there. And again, there I started freaking out. Because I was in the middle of those mountains, I didn't know the terrain, I had no experience riding, the terrain was very like bumpy, I was scared, it was dark, it was a night, and I was freaking out. And then I had this kind of insights that life gives you, nature gives you, the universe gives you, or whatever you want to call it, where something from the inside comes out and feels everything and connects you with what's going on. So I was like almost panicking, and suddenly there was this switch just to the opposite side that I was trust. It was like, okay, I looked up and there was the sky and it was full of stars, and there was actually light, the light of the moon. And I realized that I hadn't noticed how beautiful the landscape was. I could see in the horizon just the silhouettes of the mountains. And then I thought, like, come on, I'm from Mexico City, I have no idea what's going on here. But the horses are from here. They know what's going on, they know how to go. And then I had this feeling of trust, of immense trust of the moment. It wasn't optimism, it wasn't like, oh, nothing is going to happen, everything's going to be alright. No, it wasn't that. It was like, you are living this is what you are supposed to be living, or if you don't want to say supposes, this is what you're living. And whatever happens here, you have to live it. You have to be present. You have to be in the moment. You have to be here and to trust that you needed to live it. And there were like 45 minutes or 1 hour of a trust that I have never experienced for so long and so intense. It's like when you're super happy and you cannot notice anything else. You're just happy, or the opposite, you're panicking and you're just like lost because everything is fear. Well, it was that, but it was trust. I don't know how it came. It came from the inside and connected with everything. And now every time I'm afraid of something, I bring back that experience that I'm sure we all have had in different situations, in different moments. But luckily, it's not the only thing that we have. It's not just a memory. And that's the second and the third thing. I thought about like, what can I do right now here in the airport besides thinking of that memory? And then I remember, like, of course, meditation. I have some experience meditating, and I know some meditations that really helps you to connect to the moment and to settle down the mind and to calm down your thoughts and to reconnect. And then I started like connecting, like, okay, what am I listening to, what I'm smelling, what I'm looking, what am I, all those people, feeling the force of gravity over my body, where I was sitting, like connecting and realizing that nothing was happening, nothing, just in my mind. I wasn't thinking about that anymore. I was experiencing the moment, and I calmed down like immediately. And I thought like, this is my choice. This is what I want to live now. This is what I have to live now. And even if I lock myself in my house, something might happen. And I have experienced that too. So what's the point? What's the point about getting lost in this fear? And I started practicing a short meditation, and it really connected me back to the moment, like made me be present again. And those fears, those thoughts, those imaginary situations just pass by. As our teacher says during meditations, just like clouds in the sky, they are there, you let them go, and there's just the sky, and it's clear, and it's fine. And there was this feeling of trust, like, okay, I'm here, I'm going to live this. And even if it is not like just honey and milk, because probably it's not going to be just honey and milk, nothing in life is just that. But that's exactly what you need to keep on growing, all kind of experiences. So I'm just going to live it. Whatever it is, I'm going to live it. I'm going to face it, and I'm going to be present, and I'm going to trust is what I needed to live. Just moment after moment. And then I also remember I have yoga many times when I have feel stressed, when I have feel afraid, when I have feel like, oh, I have yoga. We have these postures that help you to settle down your body, to connect to your breathing, to be okay and in peace and calm and enjoy the moment and flow with the moment. So there was again this switch, not as drastic as the experience that I told you, but there was this switch. And then I was there again in the airport, waiting for the flight, and that's it, and enjoying. I could even engage with people around. I could let go of those crazy thoughts that my mind was creating. And to be honest, after these few days that have passed, everything has been really, really nice. The flight was perfect. I didn't have to wait hours to get picked up and taken to the airport, to the hotel. The hotel was good. I was worrying who will be my roommate, the person I will be living the next 6 months. It turned out to be a friend from a previous ship. It happened that I met a friend in the terminal from another ship. This place is really nice. The crew are very cool. The team is amazing. So everything is going nice. Everything is flowing. And even at some point, it won't. It's normal. But it's just moment after moment. I'm trusting whatever is going to happen. You need it. And you're going to be present. So that's the second one. I hope in future videos we can talk more about how to use these abilities, how to cultivate them, how to bring them whenever you need it. And always choose trust versus fear for so many reasons. And if you want to share how you have felt that, or how you bring this trust to your everyday life, I will be very happy to read. So, till next time.